The next one is Arturo Delgado, 2020, 359, 1041, and 4655. Announcement of council, please.
David Nunez for the state, Your Honor. State is ready. And Your Honor, I know that Aaron Sletliff is on cause number ending in 1041, but I will be handling all the cases for purposes of this hearing.
Good, thank you, sir. And Mr. Avelar, are you here?
And Daniel Avelar for Arturo Delgado, Your Honor. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Mr. Delgado, do you see and recognize your attorney, Mr. Avelar?
Judge, I don't know that he'll recognize me, Your Honor, but I have spoken. I've seen him on Portal, Judge, but I don't know that he'll recognize me, Your Honor.
Okay, you don't recognize Mr. Avelar, you've never met?
No,
Okay, sir, okay. Mr. Avelar, you don't recognize him either. Let the record reflect that this is not a good identification. Mr. Avelar, do you waive any objection and you want to continue?
Well, Judge, I do recognize him from Portal, Your Honor.
From
But
Portal?
other than that, yes, ma'am.
Okay. There's some kind of identification. I don't think it's
Right.
enough for me, but are you okay with proceeding?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, very well. This is a bond hearing, so you may proceed.
Your Honor, may I do so by question and answer?
Absolutely. Who's your first witness?
I call Arturo Delgado, Your Honor.
Very well. Mr. Delgado, please raise your right hand to be sworn. Do you solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give be the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
Lower your hand. Go ahead, Mr. Avila.
Mr. Delgado, can you please state your entire name for the record?
My name is Arturo Delgado, born August 12, 1968.
And Mr. Delgado, if you could speak up because they're taking a record of this, okay?
My name is Arturo Delgado. I was born August 12, 1968.
Okay. Mr. Delgado, can you repeat where you were born?
El Paso, Texas.
Okay. Were you raised in El Paso?
Yes, sir.
Do you work for a living, Mr. Delgado?
Excuse me?
Do you work for a living?
Yes, sir.
What do you do for a living?
Do remodeling, landscaping.
Do you do that on your own or do you have an employer?
No, I do that on my own.
Okay. And from remodeling and landscaping, how much would you say you earn per month?
Right now it's with the coronavirus, not that barely making it, struggling right now.
You just give a rough estimate.
$500, $700.
Per month?
Landscaping, but if I do a remodeling job, it would really depend on what job I was doing. But it's around $500.
Okay.
I know not a month, I mean per week. That would be like 2,000 or 1,500 a month.
And you have children, isn't that correct?
So I have my 2 daughters and their 4 grandkids, and my son and my wife.
It sounds like you have two children and then the rest are grandchildren?
Yes, I have in the house living with me, 3, my 2 daughters, my son, and their 4 kids.
Oh, they're all in the house.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and you provide support for your children and your wife?
Yes, sir.
Okay, does your wife work?
No, sir. She's a housewife. She babysits my older daughter's children.
And if you were to be released today, where would you live?
In my house.
Can you repeat that?
Between Flint and Sapporo, it's a farm.
Mr. Delgado, you're not on probation right now, are you?
No, sir.
Your Honor, I have no further questions.
Very well. Mr. Nunez?
Yes, Your Honor, just to point out to the court on the defendant's financial application for a court-appointed attorney, he did state that he was not employed, and also that the number of people who actually financially depend on him was only 1. Also in regards to, he has been on a PR bond before. He has violated it by failing to report. Another point I'd like to make and make the court aware of, Your Honor, is he was arrested as a result of an evading arrest by Socorro police. He was initially stopped for speeding, started acting nervous, and basically just took off running. He was apprehended a short time afterwards. This was on September 18th of 2020. Once he got to the substation, I think a very important thing to note, Your Honor, is he was able to call his wife, and the officer, specifically an Officer Hernandez, overheard the defendant telling his wife that that defendant wanted to enter his vehicle and escape to Mexico or crash and kill himself. He told his wife to sell the home and pay the bond so we can go to Mexico. So that being said, Your Honor, it's not in agreement with any type of reduction in bond or any type of, or basically just letting him out on another PR bond, of course. And I think given these set of facts, I think it's appropriately set where it's at now.
What is it set at again? Did I miss that?
Your Honor, I have the 1041 cases at 100,000 and the 0359 case also at 100,000
For all 100,000?
each.
And I think it's also important to point out, Judge, that the recs in these cases are time.
How much? How much time?
I think I'm seeing in Portal the rec is 12, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Well, now I have another problem.
Yes.
This is the issue. It was $100,000 bond because it was a violation of a PR bond, right? And that's my normal standard, 100,000. When they violate, they don't show up. Okay. So let's give him a reduced bond. Let's reduce his bond a bit. I'm not going to give him a total PR bond, Mr. Avelar. So what would you be comfortable with a split bond? Mr. Nunez?
And you said, I apologize, it's 100,000 on both, on the man delivery as well as
All of them, on all of them, because on all of them, 100 grand on each. And that was because I revoked his PR bond. Ms. Becky, can you call the help desk? Can you email the help desk and tell them to give me a call on my cell? I can't log back into where I have all my pleas.
Okay, Judge.
See if they'll give me a call sometime this morning. Okay.
the 75, Judge, reduction on all of them?
75 each?
Yes, Your Honor.
Where do you live, sir?
El Paso, Texas.
No, I know, sir, but your address? Clems.
Yeah.
Is that on the east? Is that on the east side of town, sir?
Between Socorro and Clint on North Blue.
Okay. And you live there with your wife and your family and everybody?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. My question to you is, how come you weren't compliant with the PR bond in the first place?
Okay, Your Honor, when I went to court, I came to the courthouse was closed. They said there was no court. I called my bond. They said they only had federal bond. Then after that, then I called somebody, it was on video court. So I started going to court on the phone. Then after that, I got very sick, and I thought I had the coronavirus. I got very sick. My wife was next to me, and then it went away. I got sick for 2 weeks, then it went away. Then I got a real bad fever again, and then I got well. Then I talked to the bond. I told the bond, can I turn myself in and take the PR bond and then you bond me out? They said, no, you can't do that because they already said $100,000 bond on you for a Snickers bar. I said, oh, well, then I want to see what I can do for that. And that's when I was arrested.
Did you turn yourself in knowing there was a bench warrant out?
No, ma'am, I was speeding and they pulled me over and I told the officer, oh, please give me a, I go, give me a break, bro. Let me get a lawyer. Let me get a lawyer before you get this settled. So now I can't, because you were speeding. If not, I would have give you a hard time. I said, come on, man. I begged, give me a chance. And I started walking away and he said, don't walk away. And I turned around and walked and he arrested me. I wish I
You knew you had a PR bond. You knew you had a PR bond violation and an arrest warrant. Why didn't you turn yourself in?
Scared of being scared to go to jail. I was trying to get it fixed on the outside with a lawyer. I was told that if I could get enough money, I wouldn't even step into jail. That they would do it over the video court. That I would just pay my bond.
Not in this court. Not in this court. Maybe in other courts, but not in this court. I don't know who told you that. Okay.
But when I spoke to you before, I let you know that it was over a Snickers bar, and you give me $100,000 bond over a Snickers bar. Here I am.
I gave him $100,000 bond because it was a Snickers bar. What is he talking about, Mr. Avelar?
I don't know, Your Honor.
I'm a theft.
Snickers bar. Yesterday, it was my problem that it seems to be your clients, Mr. Avelar. Yesterday, I had a problem because I was putting that gentleman in jail. What was his name? Orozco?
Orozco,
This is your problem.
it's your personal problem.
My personal problem.
Right.
Excuse me. Not even my problem. It was my personal problem that I was putting him in jail. Right now, I'm getting accused of putting somebody in jail for a Snickers bar.
I think what he may be talking about is the 0359 case, Judge.
Did he steal a Snickers bar and that's why he's in jail, Mr. Nunez?
Your Honor, I did look at that case. From what I recall, an officer, I don't remember if he was off duty or not, but he recognized this defendant in I believe it was a Target. Could be mistaken, but it was one of those types of stores, and he recognized them as part of an investigation into a separate matter that involved the burglary of a building. And the way that happened was because the officer in that case sent emails out to the department saying, hey, I'm looking for this guy. And that officer ends up showing up and getting surveillance video to positively identify Mr. Delgado as the wanted subject. And he does. And in the course of doing so, he finds that he was stealing items from that store. I believe part of it was, or some of the items he stole were candy.
Oh, so he's talking about the 359 case.
Right.
Okay. Okay, sir. You know, it's against the law to steal anything, Mr. Delgado, and you're in the situation you're in because of the choices you've made, not because you stole a Snicker bar. Because I think you have greater charges. I think the court, the ADAs and your attorney is not focusing on that case. They're focusing on the manufacturing delivery.
Yes, Your Honor.
You're focusing on those manufacturing delivery. You're a drug dealer.
No, ma'am.
It could run to Mexico. Absolutely right. You said it. You said it. And I believe it.
Fine, Your Honor.
Yep, I believe it. 2 manufacturing deliveries. Yep, not just 1, but 2. Did you forget about those? You remembered about the Snicker bar case, but you forgot about the manufacturing delivery of how many pounds of what, Mr. Nunez?
It was heroin and methamphetamine, Your Honor.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah, you forgot about heroin and meth, right? But you remember a Snicker bar, Mr. Delgado. Wow. Wow, you're in jail because of a Snicker bar. Okay, 75,000 each. That's it. I'm done. You're gonna run, Mr. Delgado. You're gonna run. Work out a deal. Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Mr. Avelar. Have a great day, Mr. Avelar.
Yes, ma'am. You do the same. Be safe.
You.
Your Honor, can